Welcome back to Front Mission 2, and this is the Front Mission 2 arena grind in Bornea after Mission 12, where you defended Sarabash's cargo ship. I'm also going to do some upgrades in this video. Anyway, I'm going to describe what I actually did for the grind, because as you see, I do have a lot of money. So at this point in the game, you should have already put Thomas in the Ayana Wanzer, and he should already have a rate of 355, or very close to that, if you've been watching the video and playing as I have, or have been at least leveling him up as much as needed. Anyway, what you need to do at this point in the game is defeat Hans 60 times to get 6 T95 machine guns, and that's Hans right there. You gotta defeat him 60 times in order to get 6 T95 machine guns. And also during that time when you're doing all this, you'll also earn 2 Ziege Rifles that you can put on Ash, but due to the weight limitation, you might only be able to fit one on him until you get some better actual Wanzer cores, Wanzer bodies, so that you have more power to weight ratio in regards to the higher level rifle. Then after that, you're going to use Thomas to defeat Barmbek, that's this guy, 14 times, so you get 2 Girino Shotguns. The Girino Shotguns are one tier above the peak Gazas that you already have, and then what's above the Girino is the Covet shotguns. Now, the next time I do an arena grind, if we're lucky, if the game plays out like I think it will, we should be able to get the Covet shotguns rather easily, and if that's so, I'll be making another video on that, so stay tuned, like and subscribe if you have not already. Anyway, that's what I did for the actual arena grind. And as you can see, I have 172,000 credits, and I also need to make some modifications to the Wanzers in the hideout warehouse, just so that I'll be ready for the next mission. And I'll double check the CPUs just in case you missed another video, and basically just to get everyone else caught up. Now we're going to go to the shoulders. We're going to see if we got any shields. Looks like we don't have any shields to equip there, so instead what I'm going to do is back out to the network real quick here to see if the Berg Samity shop has them. And they're going to be under weapons, and they're going to be on shoulder. And let me see. Shield. That's the most recent shield we got, so I'm just going to buy like 14 of these. Why not? And now we're going to back out and go back to the hideout, back to the warehouse, and we're going to go to setup. Now that we're in setup, we're going to go to Ash, and we're going to put it back on his shoulder. We're going to put those shield back on his shoulder there, the ones that I just bought. And just so you know, that's the VS04N. That's the most, up-to-date one we got. And we're also going to update his gear. Since I was farming those Ziege Rifles, I'm going to give him one right now, and that's going to take his movement from 11 and mobility of 21 down to movement of 10 and mobility of 11. And I'm going to put that in his left hand. Now if I was to do both, he'd barely be able to move, so you can fit one on him at this point in the game, and eventually 2, but 1 right now. And we're going to check his CPU real quick as well. And it looks like he's running the 4min4. That's the best one you can get at this point in the game. So that's done. And we're going to check Joyce real quick. I think Joyce is fine as they are. Let's see. Can I fit the T95? No, the T95 is still too heavy, sadly, at this point in the game. Let me see what happens if I actually remove one on the right hand. Like, we lose a lot of weight, but I guess we just don't have the amount of power needed. Like, we need heavy duty Wanzers apparently. And let me see if it'll work on Amia for the T95. Let's see, 10 and 13, that goes from 11 and 23 down to 10 and 13. I mean, I could put one of these on Amia right now, but it still seems just a bit too heavy, so I guess there's nothing we can do for that right now. Thomas, we're going to double check his shield, and looks like he's going to get the VS04N. And we'll just equip that on him to update it. Rocky's shield is updated. Nothing we can do for you. Roswell, I don't think there's much we can do for Roswell, but I'll take them into the shop and see if I can modify anything just to make it a little better. But with how things are, I think this is about almost as good as we're going to get here. So let's go into the shop now, and we're going to go to setup. Yeah, the auto's the best body you can get. I'm going to double check the arms here. Let's see, the auto arms are anti-impact, and they give you more defense. So I'm in favor of more defense in case we get hit in the arms with missiles. So I'm just going to go with that upgrade, and I don't think there's anything more we can do for Ash. I already gave him the Ziege Rifle in his left hand. Aside from the arms and maybe a couple other things, I don't think there's much more we can do for these guys. I'm just making slight modifications to improve upon. And it looks for the most part it might be arms, but I'm going to double check everything. Yeah, she's also getting the auto arms there. Amia right there. And then Thomas has got the Ayana Wanzer. You know, nothing we can do about that. Nothing we need to do there. Rocky, give you the auto arms as well. So they're also anti-impact. Roswell, you're also getting the auto arms. Looks like his backpack is outdated. So let me fix his backpack too. Give you slightly more power. It's only a slight difference, but it's still a difference. So that's done. Pike, looks like you also need a backpack, so you're going to get one. And it looks like your arms also need to be updated, so you're going to get the auto too. On the left arm and the right arm. And I think that's all we can really do for everybody at this point. I mean, in the next level, the reason why I got Thomas, Rocky, and Roswell set up this way in particular is because there's a couple anti-air enemies that need to be taken down, and then the rest is just ground troops. Anyway, once you got everybody set up, exit out. And then go back to the setup in the warehouse, you know, your setup. And just double check everybody's computer. And make sure it matches their skills. And as you can see, Ash is okay. He's got the 4x4 on mode 3. 15 short and 9 long. That's what you want. And now for Joyce, he's set up the same way. 4x4 mode 3. That looks good. Amia set up the same way. Same CPU. She's ready to go. Thomas, he's running the Delicat 4 on mode 2. 14 melee, 8 long. He's ready to go. No problem. Rocky is running the Delicat 4 in mode 2, which gives him 14 melee and 8 long. I need to update his backpack real quick. It looks like I missed him, so I'll go back and do that real quick. We're just checking everybody's CPUs right now. Let's see, the Delicat 4 on mode 3 is on there for 14 short and 8 long, and that is on Roswell. Let's see how Pike is doing. Pike is running the 4x4 on mode 3 for 15 short and 9 long. So, aside from the backpack on Rocky, which I'm going to update right now in the shop, it looks like everybody's ready to go. So, I'm just going to go back down to Rocky and make that slight modification, give him the updated backpack, and that'll do it for everybody at this point in the game. Just want to make those slight modifications, and as you can see, we're sitting on a lot of money right now, too, with all the arena grinding, and we got that, you know, higher level gear. Alright, now listen to me. The last round of, I believe, grinding the arena should be coming up soon. I'll make an actual video on it, because the last weapons we need to get are the Covet shotguns. And as you have seen shotguns perform in this game, they're really effective, and the Covet is the end game shotgun, you know. That's the most powerful shotgun in the game for the actual Wanzers. So once you're done and all caught up on everything, just save your game, and then I will see you on the next video.